Witnesses say they heard an explosion and they saw a couple of kids running from the scene of the fire at Deer Creek Canyon that forced hundreds of people out of their home overnight. And since the fire is now contained, well, investigators can now devote more attention to who started it.
And Denver 7's Lance Hernandez is joining us tonight from Jefferson County. And Lance, witnesses noticed some what they described as shady behavior around the time that fire broke out.
Suspicious behavior. You know, they heard those explosions, saw a couple of kids run from the scene. Investigators want to know if there's a link between the two, and they'd like to hear from anyone else who saw or heard anything. Now, meanwhile, as we look toward the mouth of the canyon, you can still see a smoky haze, evidence that fire is still burning. No structures were lost. Now, residents are being asked to show ID, proof that they live in the area before being allowed back into the burn zone. Fire Command says the blaze burned 20 to 25 acres and that there are still some hot spots in the area. I asked returning resident Judy Henry if she'd been through a mandatory evacuation before.
We have been through voluntary evacuations, and the angst is a little different.
How do you prepare for something like this when it's not voluntary?
Well, you don't. That's the reality. You get up and you move. We received a phone call that said, "Get out now." And that phone call is fairly distressing. So we are very relieved to be back.
Can you imagine getting one of those phone calls? I can understand why she's relieved to get back. Be aware that 3 open space parks are still closed in that area because of all the fire equipment in the area: Deer Creek, Hildebrand Ranch, and South Valley. Again, if you know anything about the fire, contact Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Lance Hernandez, Denver 7.
All right, Lance, thank you.